Yo, what is up, guys? Joker bringing you another video for the 3.25 Settlers of Kalguur League, showcasing my level 87. Showcasing my level 87 Warden Lightning Strike character, the Warden does. This is a reflect map, huh? Yep, monsters reflect 20% of elemental damage. So we just have to do a little bit of a respec here. I was wondering, I'm like, what? I know I'm squishy, but come on, dude. I'm not that squishy. I should really just buy Awakened Wed, which I do have the currency for, so I could just go ahead and do that. This showcase may look pretty awful because the servers themselves have not been the greatest. That's not a my PC thing. That's the servers thing. But I just wanted to go ahead and kind of showcase the character itself, right? And just show what you do. As you could see right there, this character does one thing relatively amazingly, right? That one thing is if I freeze something, it it never gets to move again, right? I don't know if there's like a bug or something, but once I freeze something, it stays frozen. It doesn't matter if it's a boss or what. If I freeze you, you do not move. And it's been probably the best defensive layer I could ask for because majority of the time, all I have to go ahead and do is drop a Vol Lightning Strike and everything on the screen is frozen, as well as I don't know who decided to give you like 5, 10 times damage with just two buttons. So let me actually go ahead and showcase the boss here while I explain. What I mean by that is there's two things that one I wasn't even planning on using, the other I was. The first thing that I wasn't planning on using was tinctures, right? But they're just too strong for me to actually ignore. Like, they're ridiculously fucking broken. One button gives me like 3 times my damage. I'll go ahead. If you see the thumbnail, that's the tincture I'm using right now. And this took all of 2 alterations for me to actually get, but it's 132% increased Ellie damage, and then it's 21% Ellie pin. Are you fucking kidding me? It's 3 times the keystone. Oh, wait, I'm in danger here. Let me permanently fucking freeze. Let me permanently freeze everything around me. Once I get freeze prolif, that's gonna be pretty fucking disgusting on its own, right? But yeah. Um, so I have this oh shit button where if I feel like I'm hitting something and I'm just not doing enough damage, I go ahead and I push that button. And then if we get to like a really, really beefy mob, then we go ahead and we push our other oh shit button, Unbound Avatar, which is the Warden Ascendancy that gives you 80% more damage for 10 seconds. So I have two buttons, one that I push that gives me 132% increased and 21% pin, and another one that gives me 80% more damage. Here's a good example, right? We have a tankier mob, so we'll go ahead, we'll push Q or use Ball Lightning Strike. And as long as it doesn't, oh, is it freeze immune or something? That actually should have gotten frozen, but that is a that is in a tier 15 map, right? And I'll show you my gear after I finish the map. But you literally you just press Vol Lightning Strike and oh, and it was a red beast, dude. A red beast with an extra modifier, so it was extra juiced, and it's still fucking like I don't know, dude. I don't know who balances shit at GGG. I'm not gonna talk shit because they need to balance everything like this. Because the Warden has been so much fun. Once I show you my gear, you'll be able to see a little bit better what I mean. Because my gear right now is kind of dog shit in my opinion. I have one good item and it's been carrying me through the campaign no problem. So we go altar, we drop ball lightning strike, and then we just push both of our buttons and everything dies, right? That's literally how this works. And if you're wondering how these beasts keep rezzing, that's my I'm gonna die. That's my tree, right? That's my atlas, which I'll also go over in a second because no, that's not a bug. That's something that actually is a mechanic. And honestly, they are a little bit tankier than I originally thought, but I'm waiting to get one of those big drops. You're gonna see. Oh God, there we go. I was gonna say you're gonna see this little encounter increase up here. So you know what? Fuck it. We'll do this ritual and then we'll go run to the boss and then we'll go over my atlas. So Vol Lightning Strike was a good choice because of the rituals. Because in the circle, I just drop Vol Lightning Strike, and since it can't leave the circle anyways, I'm fine. Like Circle League was a good mechanic. Oh, where's the boss? Okay, the boss is right here, right? So you can, oh shit, he's frozen. Okay, get unfrozen. So this is how you boss on this character. You pop your tincture, you bop your unbound, and you push Vol Lightning Strike twice, and then it's dead, right? So that's it gets frozen and then it dies. So that's how you boss on this character. I'll go ahead and do this unending hunger. I probably won't have the damage for it, honestly. But I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a good honest try here in a second. Oh, and then there we go. We're going to end up killing the boss again. And if we look at the tree, at the nodes, that's what the map currently had on it. Let us finish specking into our tree over here. Let's look at our ritual. Do we have anything good? How much are remnants? Really? Okay. So we do this, and then we do this, and we're good. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and tell you out, and then I'll go over my atlas, right? Well, I guess I'll go over my character first. So this is my level 87 Lightning Strike Warden, like I was mentioning. I'll go ahead and I'll showcase the tree once again, much slower. So pretty basic shit, right? It's pretty much what I showed you in the base POB, changing up a few very small things, right? This POB will be linked in the description. I would say do not copy it. I know Palstraw and I know Tuna, I know a bunch of better content creators are doing Lightning Strike, Local Hall. All these guys are also doing Lightning Strike. I think Tuna is the only one who's doing a Lightning Strike Deadeye as opposed to a Lightning Strike Warden. But I would say go ahead and follow one of their trees. Their trees are probably better and they probably scale better. If they end up looking identical to this, it's just because this is kind of how you want to do it, then, right? So, yeah, this is our tree. For our ascendancies, we don't have bark skin, we don't have tincture masteries, we don't have any of that bullshit, right? And the reason for that is because of with lightning strike, Oath of Summer, Oath of Spring, and Oath of Winter are just fucking so synergistic and broken. I'm able to get 100% on a lot of bosses for the shock if I drop a Vol Lightning Strike because it's stacking the shocks, which is giving me the ability to apply the additional shocks. And the Scorch, because of the shock, is lowering the defense, but it stacks with that. And on top of the fact that we have 10% pin here and 21% pin here, plus we normally have this 25% chance to treat the resistance as inverted, we're able to hit everything and make sure that we have two decent stacks of Scorch. We usually keep everything perma frozen, and we get about 30 to 50 stacks of the Oath of Spring. On top of that, like I said, we have the Oh Shit button of the Avatar of Wilds, where we just get 80% more damage. And then, as you can see, your hits will always freeze, shock, and ignite while unbound. So, boom, boom, boom. On top of that, we have, yeah, we have the tincture, right? That's another big damage boost. Okay, let us go ahead and take a look at our atlas. So right now we have 73 out of 132. And we have pretty much what I showed you in my video, right? We got we went up here, we got Eternal Hunt, then we went to Sacred Lands, we went to Mighty Hunter, especially early on. Mighty Hunter was hugely beneficial because Einar was doing a lot of damage. Then we came up here, we took the Shaping the Skies and Shaping the Mountains. We went over here, grabbed the Gateway. And then we came up here actually and we grabbed a Deadly Prey because I wanted to start messing around with it and it was less points than going up and around. So we grabbed we grabbed Deadly Prey and then we came up here and we grabbed these nodes. I decided that I wasn't going to take the Blood-Filled Vessel nodes. So after that, I just went over here. I grabbed Profitable Prayers and Flexible Dogma, and then we started filling out our percent chance for the mechanics, right? We came up here, we grabbed this 10%, and then we came over here and we grabbed this 24% for Einar, and we grabbed Two Hearted Hunt. I still don't know how this works because I looked through my beast, and besides the red beast having an additional bestiary modifier, which just naturally makes them stronger, I assume it makes them more rewarding as well, but I've yet to, like I said, have any kind of oh my god drop. Then we came over here, got Occult Devotion, and now we're coming over to Natural Selection. And then we grabbed Big Game and these two nodes that give us extra beast, right? Because because of because of this node, we want to have as many beasts as possible because the more beasts that there are, the more potential benefit that this gives us. The more beasts there are, the more chances that they're going to revive and give me stacks, which essentially gives me quantity, rarity, damage, and DR. Now, let's go ahead and go to Kalguur. Well, I guess King's March. This is the league mechanic, and honestly, I like it. I enjoy it quite a bit. It is essentially a city builder, and I see a lot of people struggling with it. So I'm going to make a completely separate video on this. But the biggest piece of advice that I could give is since this is time gated content, everything takes time. You do since this is time gated content and everything takes time, you do want to go ahead and have this constantly running. You don't want to be like me where I'm out of gold and my base is just not doing shit, because once you get to the latter half of the game, right? Once you get to late game, these crafting recipes, amount of gold, amount of bars for upgrades, everything takes a substantial amount of time, as well as the ships. Right now, I have this shipment out, and that's why I was asleep for longer than an hour. I just ran out of gold. Um, this is going to take another 4 hours to get back, and that's real time. And that's with me having 35% increased ship speed, right? So these overall take a long fucking time. I saw some people say don't do this during the campaign. No, don't fucking listen to those people at all. You need to do this as soon as you can. It is time gated content. So it doesn't matter if you're able to farm more gold and more resources end game, because it's still going to take a large amount of time for your crops to grow, for your ships to get back, for your map runners to run maps, for your smelters to make bars. This is all real time content. So you need to be doing this as much as possible, because the first levels don't take very long, but you're going to want to start stacking up those resources, because these later levels do take a lot of resources and a lot of gold and a lot of time. And once again, it's real time. So it does take a while. But yeah, that's pretty much my day one update. Like I said, I'm going to be doing a separate video for the Settlers of Kalguur, walk you through that, explain it a little bit more in depth, how you could potentially use it to make some currency. Because I've made some decent currency using the auction house, right? I've seen that there's a really a mixed response about the auction house, but I actually really do like it. I've made a lot of currency off of it, and I'll go over how you do that. But oh, here's the perfect example: wages, right? 5K an hour. Like, that's insane. Usually I can get 5 to 7K in like white and yellow maps that are unjuiced, and I get like 12K in a Vold red map, right? The amount of gold you get does directly correlate with quantity. Last thing that I wanted to go ahead and show off is, since it is day one, I went ahead and I just bought a perfect Ventures Gamble perfect taming, because I figure either it's going to go up in price or it's perfect, so I can use this for another character. I bought this for 3 divines. I guess I can showcase the gear real quick, show you it's like nothing special, right? Majority of the gear is shit that I picked up off the ground. So it's nothing like ridiculous. I bought this claw for 1 divine, and then I crafted extra damage on it. I guess the most impressive thing would be the helmet, right? Where it just happened to be like a pseudo magic find helmet, where it had double good res, T1 life, and then I crafted evasion onto it. Um, I have found some rather interesting things in ritual, like bases like this, right? That are pretty much just done. Um, T1 fractured items, shit like that. I have found some rather interesting things in ritual with like T1 fractured amethyst ring, and then an ivory spirit shield that has T1 fractured, right? So ritual has actually been relatively rewarding with no juice as well. But that's pretty much it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay up to date with this and future content. I'm sorry this video took so long. I ended up running there for a bit. But yeah, until next time, take care.